Invisibility means being different in ways that do not quite fit into the mainstream of society or day-to-day life. People who experience this state of mind are not always alcoholics, drug addicts, or troublemakers. There are often people who simply cannot process the enormous amount of social change that has taken place during the last half of the 20th century.
I am, or I am that which I am, is the exact definition of Yahweh, which is the Hebrew name for God. Every human being is separate. I am, you are, and they are.
Well, I'm a cowboy on a steel horse I ride. I'm born in, dead or alive, dead or alive, dead or alive. The job went to China. Lost the apartment. Most of my stuff went to Goodwill, and I went to the street. Still, the music comes, and I play.
There are plaques in the basement of the state capitol of those who were once great, but are now dead or as invisible as I am. Am I invisible because I'm homeless? Will things ever improve? Do you not know or not care?
So now, like I said, it's a more interactive part. So I guess to have an interactive part, we want to interact with each other first.
James. All right.
So now it's your turn.
He didn't do anything! He didn't do anything! Bullshit! Freeze!
I said that we're not finding magical solution, but what we can do, except for rehearsing to real life with trying to think of solutions for our main character, we can also try to think of how we would like to see reality. Even though we know that it doesn't quite working like this right now, but we can try to see how we would want to see reality in the future. So I want to invite you to try to show us what is this different thing that you would like to see. Okay, so.
I'm sorry to wake y'all,
Oh, man.
but
It's cold out here.
I know, I'm really sorry about that.
Oh.
Have you guys checked out the shelters in town?
Oh,
Maybe?
yeah, we
You've gone
got,
to Arch,
we went down there, but it was too late. Look, we don't,
Salvation Army.
the thing is, there's nowhere else for us to go. And I mean, we've been walking around, and it was, I mean, we felt like zombies. And so, I mean, we just needed somewhere to lay down.
There isn't anywhere else for y'all to be. There's nowhere for y'all to sleep tonight.
I mean, is there anyone that we can call about, any other places in town, or are there any?
Unless you know some of the churches that are open.
There might be some churches that have.
There aren't any that I know of.
Doors for, really?
None that I know.
Why it can't happen this way? Why it doesn't happen this way, or other people that did experience, how does it usually happen? If you have any comments about what we saw now, why is it not realistic?
It sounds like the city does not have enough resources.
For what? Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, I mean, if they're having to, send people away every day, then that means that there's obviously not enough resources.
Yeah, which I think is a really important point, as we saw that there wasn't enough in the place in the shelter, but as we know, it's not legal to sleep on the street too. So the lack of resources also causes this inevitable conflict in a way. Yeah, thank you. Did you want to say something? Yeah.
I would just really like to see more. There's such a tension between the police officers and the people who experience homelessness, and I would just like to see, I guess, more police officers taking steps toward advocacy.
Like at Church Under the Bridge or other events, often I feel like it's like with stray animals. You throw them a couple of cans of tuna fish and a bowl of water, you come back the next day to make sure they're still alive, you throw another can of tuna fish and a bowl of water. And when we go to Church Under the Bridge, you're like, here's some shit, a Band-Aid to get you by for today or for tomorrow or for the next hour. But there's nobody who has a whole solution to the whole problem.
From what I saw in the scene, it looks like his apartment complex was being torn down to build this new condo building. And we already don't have enough affordable housing here, and we're just going to keep seeing more people losing their housing options with all this new stuff being built and no other options coming in.